In case you guys have some spare cash, this beauty is up for sale. But aside from that, can you hear that? Nothing. Beautiful. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. Welcome to my incredibly filled working table. In this space, I want to create a reading for you guys today in which I'm going to help you understand what are you manifesting next in love, what's coming next for you in love. I thought of giving you a choice of 4 cards that represent portals. And they were taken from this beautiful oracle, the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Okay, this is the wide view. I wanted you guys to have a look at them, but I am going to zoom in now and introduce to you each of the cards. So we have here for group 1, number 34, the door to personal healing and happiness. Okay, so that's for you, group 1. If it pulls you in, this is your choice. Choose intuitively and not necessarily logically. We have here for group 2, the door to romance, number 33, which also happens to be a very lucky grandmaster number. For you, group 3, we have here number 31, the door to value, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a Chinese symbol of good luck, maybe, or like a coin that represents celebrating the Lunar New Year. You also could hear an interruption from some people smashing things outside on the corridor because, yeah, it's 2025 and you cannot have peace anywhere. We have here as well, number 32, the door to spirit. So this is the sweetest, I would say. It's a very powerful energy. I think this is my pile as well. We will see how things progress, but definitely the white dove represents spirit's energy, and potentially you may feel drawn towards it depending where you find yourself in your life at the moment. I am filming this 24 hours right before midsummer. I do plan to film on Sunday, right on midsummer, right as this energetic portal is opening up for Litha, a specific reading in which I'm going to help you understand what's coming up in the next 6 months. But until then, I want to create this love reading for you guys so you can understand what's coming up next for you. I know that a lot of you are single. I know that a lot of you may have been broken by love or jaded in love. And I'm really here to give you guidance, help, healing, and support. Thank you kindly for still being members of my soul family. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes, your comment, your engagement here on this platform is really helping me a lot. I feel so inspired and motivated to continue working with you guys in this period. Thank you for helping me heal as I've been undergoing some really tough personal circumstances. But taking a decision to choose life rather than death, to choose creativity rather than destruction, is a game changer. It completely changes and uplifts your mood. Also, getting help from people, getting the right treatment, and doing sports like swimming, like I've done in the last couple of days, is also incredibly good for the body and for the mind, body and soul connection. So, without further ado, I'm going to just allow you to find the answer to the question, what are you manifesting next in love? See you at your specific pile. Bye, my loves. Hi, group 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out what are you manifesting next in love. So this is for those of you who are drawn to the door to healing and happiness. And my tomcat, Noah, has been a little bit excited and he's running behind me. He's trying to catch Luna to play together. So something really playful is coming into your life and it's coming with excitement. I feel like in your love life, you will experience finally something romantic that will sweep you off your feet. And that will be part of your healing and happiness journey. So let's see the cards that you got. Okay, we have here Knight of Wands. Ooh, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, a person of the same age as you. I also see here King of Coins, options. We see here an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, somebody who's potentially older than you, because kings are usually older. We have here as well 6 of Pentacles or 6 of Coins. So wealth, generosity, people giving you gifts, being treated out on dates. Ooh. 5 of Cups. This is kind of weird because at the same time as you will be flooded with options, you will need some periods by yourself to focus on how you are self-sabotaging yourself. You may be focusing too much on the negative aspects. For example, 2 individuals could appear in your life and you could be focusing on the wounds of the past. They may trigger, through their love for you, they may trigger certain energies that are going to both open your heart but also unlock a lot of the past pain you haven't processed yet. So it's important to turn your back away from these cups that were spilled and look at the ones that are full, because you still have many options. You can start again in love at any time. There is no capacity, there is no limit to your capacity to give and receive love. Yeah, so 5 of Cups, this energy needs to be vanquished. It needs to be overcome, and it's up to you through conscious effort to change your thoughts, change your mind, change your feelings. If you feel like the past is kind of looping you back into it with self-defeating thoughts like, I cannot really trust this person because in the past I trusted a person and they broke my heart, or I can't really accept the gift, I'm sure that this person is gonna ask for the gift back and I cannot relax, I feel like I owe this person something just like the person in the past used me. So try to get a grasp on those feelings, on those thoughts, become aware of them, and then try to see if you can change them into something positive. Even if my trust was betrayed in the past, it doesn't mean that it will happen in the present. I choose to heal, I choose to forgive. I am looking forward to exploring more of this person's character and being surprised with the different aspects that they show me that are different from what I experienced in the past. Yeah? So that's how you overcome these negative thoughts. You take a breather, you become aware, I'm noticing here a pattern, yeah? And then you think, how can I see this from a different perspective? How can I change the nasty energy that overcame me? Because we're human, we are going to be overwhelmed by emotions from time to time. It's natural. But the important thing is not to dwell on them, not to amplify them, not to find a needle in a haystack, just they are like passing clouds. They come over us. We need to gently push them to the side or just wait until the negativity passes and then the bright sky comes out again, yeah? So I think that you will be given an opportunity with at least 2 individuals, yeah? So that's definitely what I see here in the cards for you. My hair is kind of weird in your reading. Like it was loose, but then it got like I feel like I need to keep it under control. You may want to project this image of perfection in these relationships with the Knight of Wands and the King of Coins. Is this this is a cheetah or a leopard. It's a leopard. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous card. Heartscape Tarot for the win. But coming back to your energy, it's like you may try to portray this image of perfection and I have no hair out of place. Be mindful of this energy because it only speaks to the wounding that you have experienced in the past. Sometimes people who have been hurt, who have had their sense of self-esteem harmed by the people that they loved, they try to look perfect, they try to be super happy, they try to be super encouraging, but you can feel that it's not something natural. It's like they put too much effort into it. They look a bit too high-strung, too intense when they are trying to be so happy and look so perfect, Like you can sniff that there's something weird going on there. You can feel it, in your bones. So I would say that if this is the case in your situation, it's great to remind yourself that it's okay to relax, that it's okay to have a hair out of place, it's okay for your makeup to be running, it's okay for you not to look perfect, it's fine if you have a small stain on your skirt or trousers when you go on a date with this person. Just notice the problem and make fun of it. Okay, that's how you gain control. You notice something and then you have a chance to show your partner how funny and self-conscious you can be. Okay, that's very cute. That's always really sweet. You don't have to feel embarrassed or incredibly ashamed or like you need to run away. Although it may be tempting to feel like that, part of your healing journey is just to take things in a more light-hearted way, to elevate your energy from low vibrational energy to high vibrational energy. Yeah. Okay, the other cards that you have, we're not done yet. We have here the Herald. I think this is Puss in Boots. Yeah, it's the Slavic folklore oracle. It's so sweet. Sorry, Lenormand, not the oracle. So we have here change, transition, and movement. Yeah, I'm here to give you good news. If you have been stuck in a rut, if there has been a dry spell that has been stretching across years in your love life, you will be given an opportunity not only to be with one person, but a choice, 2 people. Which one is it going to be? Stay tuned for the next episode of Bachelor Group 1. Sorry, I've just been watching German The Bachelor, and it was crazy. It was insane how many women got selected to fight for just 2 eligible bachelors. Anyway, coming back, I see definitely that your self-esteem is going to improve. You're going to start dressing better. This is going to attract a lot more compliments, a feeling of people respecting you, admiring you, lavishing you with looks and like winks, all sorts of like flirtatious symbols, like a flirtatious, lighthearted, fun, like energy of opportunities and liberation. That's kind of what I see, There's also this feeling of not taking yourself too seriously, not taking others too seriously, and getting over some hurt, getting over depression. I also see here with the Alice in Wonderland cards, these are my favorite, I love them. I scribbled some things on them. So we have here the 8 of Treble and the 9 of Hearts. And what I wrote on these cards are powerful determination and foresight, and structure and creative flow. But there's a seesaw between them. You will struggle in the coming periods to combine work with love, mostly because your love life is going to expand so quickly. It could be that the transit of Jupiter in Cancer, as I am on the cusp of Cancer season as I'm filming this reading, I feel like the Sun joining Jupiter is going to bring you this astrological transit of abundance in love. Maybe you are a Pisces or a Scorpio, which means that you're going to benefit the most from this beautiful marriage between the Sun and the planet of luck, Jupiter, in this affectionate and loving and warm and intuitive and artistic sign, Cancer. So in the coming period, I think that it's a period between 9 days to 8 weeks. You are really going to be spoiled. You're going to be love sweetheart. You will have a choice to make between 2 eligible bachelors. One of them could be German, because I mentioned that I watched The Bachelor, the German edition. I was on holiday. I only watch television on holiday. And yeah, sorry, you don't need to know that. But I love to watch German television, French television, like basically television that has nothing to do with my own culture. I love to just watch it when I'm on a holiday. It's just my special treat to myself. When you don't watch television daily and when you go abroad, it's like a treat. It's like a special fun moment. Anyway, coming back to your reading, maybe you're going to have a lot of nights in with this person. You're going to Netflix and chill. You may both enjoy just chilling on a couch, drinking a beer or a glass of wine, watching the television, talking about current news, or binging on series, It's perfectly fine. I see you guys like having a lot of really fun, sweet, and sexy like movie nights. I also see here that this person will be very, as I said, they will be very generous. And I feel like if you show that, if you're going to be vulnerable and very honest and very transparent with this person, they will in some way want to make you feel better by giving you like something sweet to eat or some flowers or treating you to an event. Like, why don't we just go to a music concert? Maybe that will take your mind off the past, right? And what you've been through. So this person is going to go, one of them at least, because I'm just getting the energy, the very strong energy of one romantic partner that you're going to choose to spend a lot more time with. I kind of have the feeling it may be the King of Coins. I don't know. I just feel like this could potentially be just a hot one night stand, after which you actually meet an individual that has potential to have a long-term committed connection with you. And it's going to start off very slow with a lot of dates, with a lot of time spent together, Netflix and chilling, and like the original meaning of the term Netflix and chilling, not just an invitation for sex. Yeah. So it's like just gathering together and hanging out and watching a movie actually. And then I think that gradually in time, you guys will progress to, you know. Oh, yes. And then I forgot to look up the name of some of the trees in this oracle. It's the Oracle of Trees, but I have the Romanian edition, and I have here Palatin in terms of type of tree. But anyway, what you need to know is not necessarily the type of tree, because I guess you're not a botanist. If you are, comment down below. I would love to know that botanists and biologists are watching my channel. I love your work, guys. I wish I was you. And then I see here, be patient, hold on, maintain your faith, because all trouble will pass away. Okay, so this is what you need to know. This is the important part. Okay, whatever you've been going through, it's temporary. Okay, it's not going to last forever. I feel like in your love life, you're going to attract at least 2 options. So you're going to be spoiled for choice. I feel that you shouldn't feel guilty. Like if you meet somebody and you find this person incredibly hot, I mean, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they do look quite fit and hot. Most of them are into sports. Most of them like extreme lifestyle or extreme sports, you know, out of work. But I definitely feel that this is going to be a little bit of a fling. Yeah, you see the passion. But passion that is so fiery is unsustainable in the long term. Your system cannot support it, like your nervous system cannot support a passionate connection for too long. That's why normally people that have insane physical chemistry cannot be together for too long. They always need like time apart, and then they come back together, and time apart, and then they come back together, because it's just like, it's such a burden on the nervous system, like the brain, the heart, you know, the belly, all of these aspects, even the sexual organs, like they need rest. Like they need a breather. They need to come back to stasis, you know. So I think that this other partner is going to provide you with the soothing, calm, loving energy, and you're going to choose the other person. I definitely feel like you're not this kind of individual that is obsessed with passion. I feel like you're just happy to have a partner, happy to have a person around that you can share interests with and talk about, and maybe even bake some cakes for or make some food for. This person, I think like this King of Coins, which you will choose as a partner, will have a snazzy way of dressing. Like they may wear hats, or maybe like polo necks or cashmere sweaters, or just like really touchable, really good looking, well tailored clothing made of good materials. And I see that in love, you had to be very perseverant, you had to be very patient, and I commend you for that. You have the respect of the spiritual community here on the Spiritual Social, and I feel like now it's reward time. So what's coming next for you in love, what you are manifesting next in love, through your sheer determination, through your powerful insight, through your visualization, is going to be a wonderful love opportunity. Like the universe is rewarding you for being so resilient and patient, and you're going to get not one, but two options. One of them is gonna be like a really hot potential one-night stand, or just a partner that you see once, you have a wonderful date, it feels amazing, you kiss, but then this person may run away from your life as easily as they run into it. It could be that this person may be traveling when you meet in transit, you know, sparks fly, but then it's like a flash in the pan. And the other one is going to be, I'm getting that this King of Coins is somebody that you meet through work. Yeah, so it could be that you go on a holiday, sparks fly with a stranger, but you leave it at that, you know. And then you go back to work after your holiday, you feel refreshed, your vibe has changed, your aura is glowing, and all of a sudden somebody at work notices you, and you guys start low-key dating, and then slowly it transforms into something a bit more serious, a bit more coupled up. And it's perfect, because by that time you know, you will already make the transition into autumn, and it's like you're gonna have somebody to hold close to you throughout the cold season. So this is what I had for you, group one. I really hope that you liked this reading. It was really nice and lighthearted. It's been a while since I had such readings. So wow, the energy is really nice today. Thank you kindly for listening. If you want to get in touch with me for a personal reading, I do offer those. Check my affordable prices list down below. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on all my other channels. I have links. They're always placed underneath this YouTube box. So go and explore, have fun, and let me know what you encounter. See you in my next one. Ciao. Hi group 2, welcome to your pick a card reading. You are here to find out what are you manifesting next in love. I'm pretty sure that you're already aware. You've got something that your mind and heart is set upon, but you're here for confirmation. I also feel the need to drink some coffee from my cat cup. Yeah, I feel you're a little bit tired. Yeah, I feel like you're cozying up as you watch this reading, maybe at the end of a week, the work week, at the end of a hard day's work. It could be that you live alone with cats like myself, you know. Welcome to the crazy cat lady family, although we're not crazy. We just like to let people know that we're crazy so that they leave us alone. Anyway, in case you don't have a cat, it could be that you like to take care of pets. I feel like you're this person that is very focused on work, likes to do a good job, but also enjoys taking care of others. And you are the one who is strongly drawn to the door to love. I don't know why I couldn't speak. Sometimes I have these insights that come to me from spirit through through my mouth. You guys know that. I know it sounds so bad, I know. But the door to romance, that's the one that you want to walk through. I feel like you're just like, as I said, you're kind of like watching this reading, you know, with your coffee cup. You're tired, you're rubbing your eyes, you're like, ugh, I'm not getting any younger. You know, I know what I want. I want romance, I want love. Please open this doorway for me, Lexi, and let me know, what am I manifesting? Because I feel like you've been trying to manifest somebody for a long period of time, and you're a little bit jaded. It's kind of like, oh, I'm at my wit's end. So I feel like you may have lost belief as well. Just a second. Let me amp you up, okay? Let me give you the belief according to what these cards have to say. Oh, I hope the cards are good. So let's see. I'm sorry. Because I was just talking about this. Talk about your head being on fire. Talk about explosive. Oh my goodness. But like on a more serious note, I really hope that you're taking good care of yourself. Please make sure to drink a lot of water in this period, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere. It's really hot at the moment in this part of the world. Make sure that you drink enough so that you don't have migraines, because I see here the potential for migraines. But you're not here for a health reading. Let's focus on the romantic part. The keywords that we have here are reward, pleasure, and flattery. And this is a really strange card to get. Kind of reminds me of this Legend of Sleepy Hollow. You know, with the Ichabod crane and like falling in love with a beast, a monster who wants to give you like a bouquet of flowers. Don't worry, I don't think that you're gonna manifest a monster. We have here with reward, pleasure, and flattery. I think that a person that it's not really change, but it's like you're gonna change your perspective on somebody that is already by your side, and this person has been holding a candle for you for such a long period of time, but you weren't able to see them as a romantic option until this moment. And that's what's gonna blow your mind, just like in this image, yeah? The fact that all of a sudden you're gonna see this person that has been by your side all along, and you were never interested in them in that way. All of a sudden, just a small gesture that they make towards you, like a romantic thing, you know? Maybe they're gonna write on a piece of paper, will you be my Valentine? In which case this person is incredibly good at planning and organizing, because we are like 6 months away from Valentine's Day. Wow, okay. Or this person may give you a bouquet, right? The bouquet in the Lenormand kind of like mythology also represents socializing, going out on dates, meeting new people, networking, just exploring your environment. It could be that you may have holiday, you're gonna take some time off from work. you're going to, maybe after this reading, plan to get some time off from work because you've been overworked. You really need some rest. And as you're going about exploring your environment, you meet with this person that is a local, maybe a neighbor, maybe somebody you worked with, maybe somebody you studied with, somebody you may have tried to have a romantic connection in the past and it didn't work out. So this is not an ex. This is just somebody that you may have just chatted with, at some point, briefly. And now all of a sudden this person, through their energy, like you feel that something has changed inside of them, and they flatter you, they give you a compliment, like a small attention, like a small symbol of affection, and it just completely shifts your mindset. You're like, hang on a minute, this person likes me. Oh, they like me in that way, So that's what you're going to manifest next. I don't know why I'm being so theatrical lately, but I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Let's see. So I have here my Alice in Wonderland cards. You got the Queen of Trouble and the Seven of Trouble. And we have here new information, challenge negativity, being a boss, being well informed, and using your sharp wit. So you're a highly intelligent person. I feel like you're a world-class introvert as well. You like to get the job done. You like to work in quiet. You like to not be unnecessarily challenged by people, but you enjoy like mental puzzles, right? You could also love to play detective games like I do. So I see that normally you're an individual that can use reason even when people are losing their shiz, even when there is emotional chaos around you, you stay calm and centered, and you're like, yeah, but still, you're not going to emotionally manipulate me with your feelings. I am going to look at the facts. And I feel like new information is coming in related to how people perceive you in love. And I feel like this information is coming in from somebody giving you some sort of romantic feedback. An ex could be writing you an email, or because you meet this person from your past randomly, you're going to start to go nostalgically retracing your romantic story, or history, better said, romantic her story, right? And for some reason, I feel like there's something kind of challenging my left eye. There's something in my left eye. And it's interesting because the left part of the body is the feminine part. So you're going to analyze your romantic her story, and you're going to look at how were you hiding from accepting your femininity? How were you using your sharp wit against you to protect yourself from your partner, rather than using your wit to create humorous moments of closeness, of bringing the other person closer to you, of making them feel relaxed, of making you feel relaxed, of enjoying the moment. Sometimes people who are very intelligent could stand in the way of their own happiness, because they could tend to look down upon other individuals who are not as witty as they are. I'm not saying that this is your case, but I feel like in this situation, it will be a challenge for you to overcome negativity, to try to think that yes, love is still possible. Yes, I can fall in love. Yes, some of the things that have happened in the past, they were some mistakes. Some of them you may feel ashamed of making yourself. Others were made by other people onto you, and you need to find a way to forgive them or just leave them in the past. But I feel like you really need to kind of drop your defenses if you want love to truly manifest in your life. So what's coming next in your love life? What are you manifesting next in love? You are going to lower your defenses. You're going to allow another person to court you, to be sweet with you, to hold your hand, you're going to allow desire to come through, to filter through. You're going to also lift the veil, like I'm trying to do right now, from your left side. Maybe you're not seeing it as the left side, it's my left side. It could be the right side as you watch the video mirrored. You're going to start to make peace with the woman within, whether you're male or female. You're going to kind of like embrace that anima energy. You're not going to be so challenging, so sharp-witted, like you're not going to have these witty comebacks prepared to attack any moment should the other person try to test your intelligence. I also feel that the kind of partner you're going to attract will not require you to do that. Because in the past, I feel like you were attracting a specific type of partner that was challenging you. But look, we have here the Queen of Cups. How beautiful is this card? Oh, so Queen of Cups energy. This is you. This is what you will embody. Exactly. Feminine energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're going to start to be more nurturing, more giving, more accepting, more relaxed, more in touch with your erotic energy, your artistic energy. You're gonna be less afraid to make mistakes. You're gonna figure out that mistakes are actually super fun, that we learn a lot from mistakes, and that there can be some creative things that come out of mistakes. Obviously, I'm not talking here about a mistake in the sense of hitting a person with your car, right? Not a DUI or anything like that. I'm talking about sometimes you may say the wrong thing and embarrass yourself. Sometimes you may choose to date a person that is not good for you and you've completely disregarded the other person that may have been really good for you. That's why I love watching shows like The Bachelor and Love Island, because you see it so clearly, like from the outside looking in, you see the pattern so clearly that those people are falling into in love. And sometimes I wish like somebody would see that for me, you know, or my family members. It would be really enlightening to have somebody tell you, look, I can see your pattern. This is what's going on. This is why you are not allowing love into your life or letting another person love you. So coming back to the cards, we have here the Five of Swords. Yeah, it's like you may have been feeling in the past like you always need to prove your intelligence, like you need to be right. You may have a South Node in Sagittarius, North Node in Gemini, or the opposite, right? South Node in Gemini, North Node in Sagittarius. There could be something here about a wound of the intellect. Like you may have always wanted to be seen as intellectual, intelligent, witty, but people may have always reduced you to your body or not much else, like your helpful nature. That's all, you know. Five of Swords tells me that even though there may be some arguments in this connection that you will start up with somebody you randomly meet that you already previously know from, you are going to smooth them over, not by appealing to your mind, but by using your heart, by, you know, agreeing to disagree, by just saying, okay, you know, I'm not going to continue arguing. Okay, just let it be. Let's just kiss, you know, let's just do something pleasurable. Let's just relax together, because you are here in my life to help me feel something good. You are here to I don't know, you appeared in my life like a reward, because I see that this next connection you're manifesting is a reward. Yeah, you've been doing some good work on yourself and you're about to experience pleasure. I also see here with the Three of Cups and the Emperor. So I definitely see that this next person has the potential to be the one that stays with you for long term. This person may even turn into your spouse at some point. You're about to meet your counterpart. I see here Aries energy, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just Aries energy. I see that this individual will be very direct in approaching you, will crack up some jokes, try to be charming, charismatic, may try to impress you with, look what I've been doing in the meantime. Since the last time we spoke, look, I changed this, I did that. And you are definitely going to be impressed, yeah? The Emperor is somebody mature, somebody financially stable. This person has a job, has a future, has prospects, has money in the banks for rainy days, is good looking, takes good care of themselves. This is an individual that is also mature enough. So if you don't feel like you're ready to jump into a connection just yet, this person will bide their time for you. I feel like with the Three of Cups, you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to go out more, yeah? You're going to socialize. And I see here two cards that are telling me this. You are definitely going to go out, eating good things, drinking delicious things, going out with this person and your friends. You're just going to have fun, finally. I feel like you're going to be like, oh, finally, you know, because we began the reading with, I almost spilled the coffee. with this coffee cup, right? You're tired, you're feeling old, you're feeling worn down, like beaten by life. And now this person is gonna lift you up and ask you to dance. And then we have this card. This is so beautiful. I love this energy. It's the cherry tree. It's one of my favorites. I love the fruit. I love the flowers. It's just delicious and wonderful and so beautiful to look at. So cherry trees usually bloom and blossom around March time, Pisces season. In certain cases, depending on the region, they do hold on until the end of March. So Aries season, this person could be a Pisces Aries cusp. And I see here, let go of worries, relax, you are being blessed. Oh, how beautiful is this? That's all you need to know, okay? You can just unfurl your eyebrows, you can put cucumbers on your eyes and your feet up. You can just chill, because whatever is meant to come towards you, whatever is meant to be experienced by you, will be experienced, okay? Don't chase anything, don't struggle. Love is meant to be experienced and felt, not grabbed and chased and, dominated or controlled. If you feel the need to do these things with partners, it's not love. But I feel like you are beyond that, You are at the moment of calm and peace, but also a little bit tired. And now fun is coming into your love life. And the opportunity to just re-engage with somebody from the past and just relax, just let go of worries. And I feel that if you just enjoy this energy, if you just make a decision right now, I am going to have fun. With the next person that appears in my love life, I am going to have fun, not in the sense of using them or mocking them, but just in the sense of enjoying the moment with them, just being present, laughing, relaxing, because you deserve to have fun. You've been working so hard, you've exhausted yourself. Now it's time to put your feet up, and this person will provide you with ample opportunities to have fun, to such an extent that you're going to fall in love with them. And you may want to keep this person for longer in your life, because with the Emperor energy here, this person is 100% a keeper. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I had for you. I don't know why I winked at you. Oh, anyway, thank you kindly. I'm feeling a little bit strange because the sun is just moving from Gemini into Cancer, but it's beautiful energy. It's around midsummer as well when I'm filming this. So thank you kindly for listening. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take some time off. If you want to get in touch with me for a personal reading, I would be more than happy to help you. If not, if this is where I leave you, then take care. Please remember to explore all the links that I placed for you guys in the description box below and in the comment section. Have fun. Let me know what you find out. And until next time, ciao. Hey, group 3. Hello, darlings. Oh, you guys have a wonderful energy. I can already feel an energy shift, a vibe that is so sweet. How are you? How are you doing? So this reading is going to be about what you are manifesting next in love. I'm sure that you are aware of what you're trying to achieve. I'm just here to give you some insights and confirmation. You guys were drawn to the door to value. Okay, so it seems like you're doing a lot of work on your self-worth. I think that lately you've been very focused on self-love, and you're trying to see how this good work you've been doing psychologically upon yourself will transform into you leading a better life with more comfort, with more luxury, with less stress. Okay, based on that initial reading, let's see the cards that you got. I feel a very beautiful, calming energy from you guys. It's really lovely. Okay, let's see. So we have here the Page of Wands. So this is somebody younger than you, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Most likely a Leo, because I see the sunflower here. A black cat, somebody that feels like a black sheep in their family. Somebody who is quite mysterious, attractive, but may feel alone and like an outcast. Scorpio energy. Okay, the Tower, yeah, talk about Mars. Mars used to be the ruler in the past of both Aries and Scorpio. It used to represent the soldier of light, Aries, and the soldier of darkness, Scorpio. So the Tower here, this is fascinating because I just finished reading Southern Reach trilogy, the one that contains the first book being Annihilation, Authority and Acceptance by Jan van der Meer, I think, or van der Meer. I don't know how to pronounce his family name. But there was a movie that was created. It was a really gorgeous movie with Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac. The author is not an Aries, but a Cancer. And I don't know where I'm going with this reference, but oh yeah, the lighthouse. There is a very important plot surrounding the lighthouse in that movie. And it's like an element of light in a decaying, transforming, chaotic, scary world. And I feel like for you at the moment, you may be going through the motions. Although you are calm, you may have chosen the door to value because you have some financial concerns. And it's kind of like you wish for love to enter your life, not necessarily to bring you a provider. Some of you may want that, but I feel like the soul need for the majority of you, it's like, I wish to feel relaxed enough to be able to focus on my work. And the Tower here talks about something kind of like breaking open, something being destroyed. So I feel like in your love life, whatever limiting belief was holding you back in terms of you connecting with the gender that you are attracted to, that limiting belief is going to be destroyed. Let's say you're a woman and recently, because of a lot of scary news in the media, you're like, oh, I hate men. Oh, men just create violence against women. Oh, it's so hard to date at the moment, That's perfectly normal to have these thoughts, first of all. Second of all, I feel like these thoughts are going to change. So you're going to start seeing the gender that you're drawn towards in a completely different light. Maybe something will happen. Maybe a man is going to help you in a situation that you really needed help. And all of a sudden you're going to be like, that's interesting. Maybe I was wrong. Why was I so in this hatred energy, right? You're going to completely change this very faulty, very negative, very chaotic foundation that has been manifesting a lot of problems. You may have had to deal with a lot of immature, passionate men. Yeah, men that felt like children or like a pet, like you had to be responsible for somebody else rather than having that person be responsible for themselves. Now, the Page of Wands is not really a bad energy, and both of these cards are upright, which means that the energy is relatively good, but it is this energy of somebody that is full of fire, but with nothing to prove for, like a person that has idealistic plans, but they haven't yet taken the necessary steps to build that life experience. Yeah, let's see, because I'm curious. Oh, we have here the Hanged Man. Yeah, I'm just noticing this card. The city is upside down. It should be like this. Beautiful. I love this deck. Heartscape Tarot is gorgeous. So oh my god, and you got the Temperance as well. So the Hanged Man and the Temperance. We have Neptune and Jupiter. Oh, astrologically, a Neptune conjunction to Jupiter talks about effortless gains. Look back in 2022 when we had this conjunction. Not only it was Jupiter conjunct Neptune, but it was Jupiter in a Neptunian sign in Pisces. Neptune was back then in Pisces, and it conjuncted Jupiter in Pisces around that time, 2022, 2023. So something that was holding you back from loving, something that always made you delay or be in limbo. Because you had this energy of, I want love, but maybe you weren't aware of the fact that you were also pushing people away. It's the song Massive Attack, The Spoils. Go and listen to it. It's the video with Kate Blanchett's face moving very slowly. But I've always tried to love you and tried to keep you away. Anyway, sorry. Coming back to this, with the Temperance card, you are currently blessed by an angel. And with the Hanged Man, whatever was kind of holding you back is going to shift. I mean, these two cards, they're major arcana, and they talk about a complete 360 shift in your mindset. Whatever you thought love was, you're no longer going to be believing that. I can tell you because I grew up in a region in the world where from a very young age, there's not that much discussion about love or sexuality. And I kind of had this masochistic understanding of love, because I was seeing how men were treating women in my society, and that kind of the woman had to be subservient to the man, and the man would usually like be physically violent with the woman. So there was this masochism, like love is pain, and that cannot be further away from the truth. I grew up, I traveled, I had experiences, I met men from many different countries, I married a stranger as well, and I learned so much from different styles of loving, different ways of empathizing, different ways of thinking about sex and identity. And my understanding of love completely shifted to the point where I trained myself to no longer be ashamed. I trained myself that love is not pain. I trained myself to feel excited about certain things that in the past I was ashamed of, or I was like, making fun of. I was being really immature about. So if I was able to do it, and I'm not an important person, but if I was able to do it, then so can you. Anybody can, So that's why I chose to share this personal story. I'm sorry for eating up from your reading time, but it's really important to understand that a big, big, big shift is coming, like a world that is split in two. I also feel like if you were finding a way to escape from the world as a method of coping with romantic disappointment, if you would dissociate in your personal connections every time somebody tried to get close to you, maybe because of some sort of past abuse, that is going to find some healing. So that energy is going to find some healing in your world, and you will no longer feel the need to escape or dissociate. You're going to come back to your body, breathe in a bit more calmer way, and you're going to really look at the person in front of you, really acknowledge the relationship for what it is. So I see a lot of blessed energies that are destined to push you in the right direction, and that direction is a complete shift in your perspective. This is going to be initiated by your connection with a younger Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, who initially will come across as a person that will trigger a lot of red flags in you based on your energy from what you have experienced this far. But then you're going to understand that this person is just bringing a lot of enthusiasm in your life. Let's see what the other cards are. And this enthusiasm is going to help you shift your mind, because nobody can be forced to change their mindset through violence or like through pain. Even if people, for example, are tortured and they fall into believing something that they did not want to believe, they will revert back to their initial beliefs as soon as that situation of torture ends. Like oppressive regimes, cannot control people's minds, no matter how much they try to actually do that. Big Brother is a really scary alternative reality, but it will never completely be achieved with every human being on this planet. There are some of us that are incredibly resilient and stubborn, and it's for the good. It's for the good that we are like that. We need these stubborn people who never cave in. So whatever mindset that was oppressing you had in the past, you're going to break through it. Now, I have here my Alice cards. The 3 of Hearts, and the 9 of Black Hearts. So what I wrote here is exploring your options. And then I also see answer the call, give to others, and graduate. Okay, so you could be very close to wrapping up a really important cycle of study. Maybe you're training for a certificate or diploma. Maybe you've just handed in your PhD thesis, your master dissertation. Maybe you're writing up your bachelor research or taking an exam. You're definitely going to shift into a new stage of your life. And I feel like you're going to open yourself to the sweet magic of romantic fun, trying out different ways of talking to people, different ways of dressing and getting ready to meet somebody, trying out different people, spending time with a variety of different people, and see, what happens, see how difficult it is or how easy it is to get to know somebody. Give to others. I feel like you're going to be very generous with your energy as well. I feel like you're going to give compliments. People are going to see you as very alluring, and I feel like you're going to attract a lot of romantic opportunities. Some of these opportunities, I'm just letting you know, they will be opportunities just for, sexual pleasure, just a fling or a one-night stand. If you feel so inclined, go ahead and try them out. See how it is. I can tell you from experience, it's okay to try flings. It's okay to have one-night stands. Sometimes you're just processing something. Sometimes you're overwhelmed with work and you really don't have the mental and psychological space for a relationship, a long-term relationship. Sometimes you're in between relationships and you're just horny. So just go ahead, have fun. Just make sure that the person is trustworthy. Make sure that, you take proper precautions, mostly because of your health. That's really important. And yeah, try to be with somebody that's respectful, and it's gonna be okay. I think that the current generation, there's this current wave of people being so sexually and emotionally repressed that it's leading into this extremism, because when we're not using our physical energy for pleasure, we're using it for self-destruction, annihilation, because I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, anyway. We have here the tree, and the keywords are wisdom, spirituality, and growth. Yeah. You are going to become very anchored in your beliefs once they are changing. It's very strange because it's kind of like I see scorched land and things exploding, and out of that scorched land, out of these ashes, there's a seedling that bursts open, Oh my God, I don't think I remember the name of it, but there was a movie, a romantic movie. Okay, bear with me because I think this is going to be important. Keanu Reeves, right? He goes to Italy after the war, I think, and he falls in love with the daughter of like this vineyard owner. And I don't know, something happens and the vineyard burns down. And there's this gorgeous scene at the end of that movie in which they manage to save one small sapling, and they're like, well, with this sapling we can rebuild. And it was kind of like a metaphor for their love, because no matter how much the father was against their love or marriage, they would still fall in love with each other and continue to love one another. I don't know the name of that movie, but it's a gorgeous movie. If I can remember while I'm editing, I am going to maybe link it here or in the comment section below, or maybe any of you who have made it this far into the reading and you know what I'm talking about, please comment down below. I know that Keanu is super beloved. I also created an Astro Hunks about his birth chart and I got so many comments. It was one of my most popular birth chart analysis of an actor, so I know that he has a wide fan base. So if you are a Keanu Reeves fan, please comment down below. Anyway, coming back, I kind of see the same energy here. That's why I think it's so important for you to go and watch that movie, and especially the last scene from the movie is significant to what I see happening in your love life. You're gonna have a phoenix moment, yeah? Something is gonna burn and crash, and that's it, it's kaput, it's over, and then new life is gonna come through. And this new life is going to very quickly lead to abundance, a prosperous new relationship after you thought that love was no longer possible for you. You may have lost somebody, right? I do feel that some of you, not all of you, but some of you with this black cat, it's like you feel like you have a lot of bad luck in love. Like all you want is to be as beautiful and as open in love as this sunflower, but all you're getting is this black cat energy. And traditionally, black cats are known to represent bad luck, although if you're practicing Wicca, you know that that's not the case. It's just the patriarchy trying to spoil all the fun witchy things because power. Anyway, coming back. So I definitely feel that you're going to change this perspective. If you feel that you have no luck in love, that partners are always taken away from you, that you cannot implement and grounding, that you cannot ground something into the present, that's going to change. The final card that I have here for you, I'm going to leave you with a tree, and this is the plum tree. Maybe you want to listen to Peach Plum Pear by Joanna Newsom. It's a music, I think it's a music album. Was it the name of the album? It's a song, for sure. For sure it's a song by Joanna Newsom. She is a harp player, very unique person, unique individual, Capricorn Sun. And she is married to Andy Goldstein, forgot his name. He's a comedian. He's the guy with, I'm on a boat. Take a good look at me. I've been a little bit overwhelmed. Leaving you with this message. You will unblock yourself. New doors are opening. And this is the magical thing that you're going to manifest in love. I'm going to leave you here, my love. Thank you kindly for your patience. I'm sorry if the reading turned a little bit chaotic. I'm working with what I can. And I hope you can follow through on those references, or please ask me more in the comments below and I'll do my best. If you want to get in touch with me for a personal reading, I am open to that. Second link in the description box takes you to my website. Also, make sure to follow me on all the other social media links. And if you don't want to do that, completely okay with me. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Ciao. Group 4, you are special. I need to let you know that you've come to a pick a card reading in which you're going to find out what you're manifesting next in love. But I think you're actually going to find out just how special you are to a certain someone. And not only that, but you're really going to kind of like let your hair loose. If I had like a lot of hair, I would show you like, I would take it like off and do it like that. But my hair is quite short at the moment, so I can't do that. But you are the only one in the reading in which I switched from coffee to a rosé spritzer, or how we like to call it here in Romania, spritz de vin. Mostly because it's been taking me almost half of the day to complete this reading, and I'm filming your reading after 6 p.m. So it's also a Friday, the day of the goddess Venus. It's a perfect timing for a love situation, and I feel like you're going to just allow yourself to be relaxed, allow yourself to just attract a lot of compliments, love, prosperity, offers. You're just going to, I don't know, I'm kind of getting this nebulous Neptunian, Venusian energy with you. You may be a Libra, a Taurus, or a Pisces. I drink in your honor from my massive goblet. Anyway, let me show you the door that you are drawn towards. Paradoxically, you chose the more demure door, right? You chose the one that is giving you a higher connection with yourself, with the divine. And actually, this is the one that's going to get you to manifest love in such an easy way, easier than it would have been for the other 3 piles. When I say easy, I mean not necessarily that there won't be any conscious effort from your part, but there won't be any resistance, there won't be any defensiveness. It's like, you know, come what may, I am just going to allow love. You're also going to be putting yourself in this mindset of love. I strongly recommend that you watch the movie Moulin Rouge, the one with Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor. And there is a song there as well. It's a cover with Come What May. I will love you until my dying day. Yeah, that's what wine does to me. But I feel like definitely there is more song, there is more laughter, there is a vibe of carefree, lighthearted energy. You are going to consciously want to connect with the divine, spend maybe more time alone, and paradoxically, you're going to attract towards you love. This is how this energy is going to work. Because when you stop wanting something and grabbing onto it, that's when you take a seat back, you lean back rather than leaning in, and all of a sudden it's coming to you. You've mastered the law of manifestation. Congratulations. I think that's why I'm drinking the spritzer during your reading, because it's like we're celebrating here. So let me show you the cards. We have here as well. Oh. I'm sorry, this is a complete 280. It's like the grave. And we see here the dragon with butterfly wings. So the keywords are death, sadness, and mourning. This is exactly the opposite of what I was feeling. It's like a very sobering remark. Let me see. Okay. The King of Hearts. Okay. And we have here the 3 of black hearts. And what I wrote on my Alice cards is seeking the ideal in love, believing, And then we have emotional strength and a solid home life. Whoa, okay, there is something funny going on in your reading, because I do see the counterpart coming into your life. So I stand 100% by this energy that I was really slowly, beautifully getting myself into. But there is something here, there's a problem. Knight of Cups. Oh, yeah, the unicorn. I just wanted to see if this white horse had a horn. My dirty mind. Anyway, so the unicorn, right? It's like you're definitely going to meet the person that you least expected. It feels almost like you, like the majority of us in this world full of conflicts and political greed and destruction and rampant, rabid neoliberal domination. You may have just given up on love. You're like, yeah, love is never gonna find me. Like finding my soulmate is like finding a unicorn at the crossroads, right near the supermarket in front of my house. I actually feel that the moment when you stop thinking about it, when you relax, when you lean back, that's the moment when this unicorn may make a surprise appearance in your reality. You could literally see a white horse walking in front of your building. It happened to me once as well. It was a police horse, and I was in the park, and I had this thought like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it past a certain age. And all of a sudden I see this white horse walking in front of me and two policemen walking behind it. And I was like, that's an indication from spirit that I should just shut up and believe and have faith. So, okay, keep an open mind. Maybe you see a unicorn on somebody's car, maybe as a drawing on somebody's t-shirt or jumper. Maybe you see a unicorn commercial, right? You never know. Life can be incredibly surprising. So we have here the Fool, a new beginning, complete chapter reset, right? New karma, opening up to a new cycle. I also see here, oh, I love this card. Look how beautiful. It looks like the Last Supper, but like reduced, because, you know, the Last Supper had a lot of people in it, but this one is kind of like, let's keep it small, let's keep it intimate, let's keep it cool and casual. But it's like you're a smaller version of the Last Supper, but you're in this really beautifully ivory, pristine environment. It's just really weird vibes, but beautiful vibes. The Three of Pentacles, working in collaboration with other people, cooperating, building something together with somebody step by step, brick by brick, in a very safe, grounded, and logical fashion. The Death card. I mean, have you recently lost somebody, group 4? It could be. It could be that some of you, that's why I felt the need to drink a little bit of alcohol in your reading. I just began drinking, by the way, with your reading. It's not like I've been doing it the whole day. But I feel like maybe you've been using drinking as a coping mechanism to numb out the feelings. And while that's understandable, I do think that you shouldn't numb yourself down completely. There should be a time for mourning and loss, and definitely trying to cope as best as you can. I'm not judging anybody. I am as flawed as the next person. So completely do whatever makes you feel like you can get through the day. Cope, especially if you have recently lost somebody. Yeah, I lost my father as well in May. And it was incredibly painful until I woke up one moment and I made a decision. And I was inspired by a book that I read, The Choice, by Edith. Oh my God, I forgot her family name. Edith Singer or Sanger. Again, if I remember this reference, I'm going to link it down below. But it was an incredibly beautiful book, and that woman went through phenomenal pain as a Jewish person that was taken part of the whole disgusting, situation in the Second World War. It's phenomenal because she ended up surviving the ordeal, and she became a therapist, so she started healing people, even though she was herself incredibly broken by the whole experience. And it's because she made the choice. She made the conscious decision. I'm going to make it. I'm going to choose life. I'm going to, if my family died, I'm going to live. It's the same kind of energy from Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, right? when Elizabeth Taylor in the movie, she's like screaming, you know, I'm Maggie the cat and I'm still alive. And that scene always got to me because I always had an issue with being born. I never wanted to be born. And part of the reason why I'm doing the spiritual social and this healing work is finding out why am I here and what is my purpose when I'm very reluctantly living my life because I never asked to be here. And I've always been resistant to the idea of being here. I feel like you may be going through, because I feel like so much from you. You may be going through some really dark, negative thoughts. Okay, I'm also guided to let you know that you may benefit from watching The Haunting of Hill House in this period. Just be very mindful. It's a really triggering family trauma series, but it's also kind of like very uplifting and healing at the same time. It's a little bit horror as well. You may want to watch that. Yeah, you may find a counterpart in Vittoria Pedretti or Perdetti. She has an Italian name that I find a little bit hard to pronounce. She's an Aries sun, and I think Saturn and Neptune in Aries are really highlighting her work at the moment. She's an incredible feeler. I feel like you're going to see some things mirrored in the references that I'm giving you, the recommendations, the list of the list of homework and abbreviation and recommendation that I'm giving you. This reading is wow, completely out of this world. I have never had a reading like this before. I'm just here to let you know that you, like, what you're manifesting in love is you're manifesting your soulmate after a big loss, after a huge loss. It could have been the loss of a family member, the loss of a loved one. But look, it's like supply and demand. Like what? The universe is kind of giving you a replacement, although that sounds really bad, but it feels like this. That's why this reading is so weird, because it's like this energy of death and destruction. It could also be that you live in a region that was destroyed or annihilated by other people, and you saw death and destruction, and you were like, how am I going to move forward? How will I continue to live? But you're going to fall in love, and this is going to give you this ultimate purpose. I have somebody to wake up for. Although obviously you should do these things for yourself, but it's like you need this. It's part of your life path to partner up with somebody. You could have a North Node in Libra or an Aquarius. It's part of your journey. Your destiny is to fall in love and to find strength in your life purpose through your partner. Your partner could also be somebody that, with the Three of Coins, because I love this card so much, with the Three of Coins, you could start a business together with your partner. So it's like your financial and career related professional success is tied in with your love life. I see here as well the plop. I'm trying to think how I can translate this. Sorry, I had to look that up. So apparently it's a poplar. Yeah. So that's the type of tree that you were given. And we have here the following guidance. News is coming in. Decisions will be made. Things are finally moving. Okay, so for some of you, it may not be that the situation is as bleak as you having lost a family member or a loved one. It could be that this loss and this death, this grave that we had here, the Scorpio energy, this rebirth, is basically meeting somebody who you could have felt like you had this wonderful connection, and then the situation just being stalled. Like there was a huge wall, an impenetrable wall, and you couldn't move forward with this person. And now finally things are moving forward. Grey's Anatomy, I'm hearing another reference. Ellen Pompeo, she's a Scorpio sun. I kind of have a feeling that things that have happened to her in her own personal life will be significant in your life. I actually just watched randomly today, but I don't think it's random. I think it's all connected. Right before I prepared to do this pick-a-card reading for you guys, I saw this short in which Ellen Pompeo was talking about how she never wanted to have children, and then how her husband really wanted to have a child with her, at least one, and he already had a name picked for her and convinced her to get pregnant, also because she was nearing the age of 38 and she thought that this is my last chance. You know, if I don't have it now, I may never have this option. So you might as well take it. And she had afterwards given birth, and for her it felt as if there was this big life change, and it opened her heart to healing, because she grew up with really negative memories of her childhood. She mentioned that she didn't feel like love or safe in her family when she was younger. Ellen Pompeo also has a South Node in Virgo, a North Node in Pisces, and at the moment in the sky, when I'm doing this reading for you guys, we have this transit. North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. Maybe this is why I'm giving you so many cultural references, because Pisceans understand, and I kicked the camera, sorry about that, but feet, yeah, feet, kicking, yeah. This brings back memories. When I was a kid, I would kick things all the time. And I think Grimes was saying something like this in an interview. Grimes, the singer, the musician who used to date Elon Musk, she said that, yeah, she also had like restless leg syndrome, and she would create beats by hitting things with her feet. So again, feet are the erogenous zones of Pisces. The North Node is in Pisces, the South Node is in Virgo. Ellen Pompeo had this in her birth chart. You could be heavily influenced by this transit. If I'm not mistaken, Vittoria Pedretti from The Haunting of Hill House, which I mentioned, she's a sun in Aries, also has Saturn in Pisces. I'm not sure if she has the North Node in Pisces. I think it's in a different sign, but I'm trying to link all of these disparate references because they make sense. On some level, if you stay open-minded, they make sense. All in all, I'm here to let you know that what you're manifesting in love, to give you some sort of logical summary and recap of this crazy reading. I haven't had one of these in a while, but you are going to encounter your soulmate. I see here a King of Hearts, most likely either a fire sign or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This individual is going to help you create a solid home life. You could be afraid of having a family, but a part of you may want it with all of your might. And that's because of something that you need to face and encounter. It could be your fear of having a hearth, the home, the fire in the home, a fear of healing attachment and intimacy issues. You have to look at them and face them in order to pass through and be able to receive and give love, because you want it with all of your heart. You're manifesting it, but try not to self-sabotage yourself by destroying it, yeah, as soon as it appears, allowing the monsters to come and take over. Monsters are intense emotions. When children are small, they are being told stories to help them cope with emotions such as anger or resentment or envy. Monsters in stories are always these intense feelings. Believe. Go over and above. Go beyond. See the higher perspective in the situation. Believe that good is coming your way and that you're able to have a solid home life, because the person that is going to be able to give you this is showing up in your love energy. And there will be a phoenix moment. So get ready. I hope this helps. This has been insane. Let me know down in the comments how you found this reading. I'm drinking in your honor. Please enjoy this period. Please celebrate. It's close to midsummer in 2025 when I'm filming this reading. Just go out, just be on the grass, just have a white wine spritzer. Why not? You know, just relax. Put your hair down, not your head down. Maybe you need to put your head down as well. Thank you kindly for being here with me. If you would like to get in touch for a personal reading, I do offer those. I will be going on a couple of trips in the coming period, but I will make time for personal readings if they come through. Also explore all of the links that I placed for you down below and in the comment section. They're for you, boo. Okay, so go and explore and let me know what you uncover. In your honor, cheers. And I'll see you in my next one. Ciao.